Go.
Hi, my name is Chris Vedral, the president of Magnolia Senior Benefits. And if we haven't met, we are a Medicare insurance broker. We're located here in Bucks County. And what we do is we help seniors 65 and older help with their Medicare planning needs. And I know a lot of folks out there who are very confused by Medicare and trying to understand the ins and outs. We take the time to understand the different plans available here in Bucks County and match people with the right plan that fits their needs and within their budget.
A little bit more about you.
I'm a local resident here in Bucks County. I live in Churchville. I'm married to my wife for 31 years. I have two daughters. Both are grown and out of the house, independent and doing well. I do have a dog, and Rosie's my Yorkie. I rescued her from the Bucks County SPCA from a very bad situation back in 2009. She's been outstanding. And as if we had more room in the house, we decided to go back to Bucks County SPCA in Lahaska and adopt our wonderful run-of-the-house cat, Fitzgerald. He's a big, orange, hairy guy that rules the roost.
So tell us a little bit more about what you do.
Great question. So what we do is we take a look at the marketplace and we try to match Medicare insurance plans with seniors 65 and older. Understand the marketplace does change and evolve over time. Some of the products that we specialize, Medicare Advantage, Medicare Supplement, Part D prescription drug plan, dual special need and life insurance planning. And for a lot of folks, this becomes at a time where it's very difficult to get information and get the right information and also get information on a timely basis. So our office is always available and willing to take calls anytime.
How did you and why did you start this business?
That's a great question, and people ask me that all the time, and sometimes I often wonder myself. So as I turned 60 this past year, I decided, you know what, as a commercial insurance property casualty broker in the corporate America for many years, I looked at the Medicare insurance world and I was confused because at some point I'm going to need to register and enroll in Social Security and get my Medicare benefits. But right now, for people to look at Medicare and try to select the plan on their own, it's very, very different and it's very difficult as well. So my approach is to do a one-on-one interview with somebody to help people understand Medicare, select the plan, and usually can be over the phone or sometimes in person, but again at their discretion as well.
Why should someone go to a local insurance broker? I don't know if that's the right way to
It is, yeah, because essentially we work for you. So we put our trust in you, and in return we ask the same for the client to put their trust in us. So what we found, and a lot of people experienced recently with the annual enrollment period, is that you get bombarded with TV ads, print media, you have infomercials, we have some insurance company offer you $10 gift cards to enroll, but they're all biased in terms of the product lines and the different services that they're offering, whereas if you work with an independent broker like myself, the services are entirely free. It's really taking that unbiased approach because we're genuine and we just really want to make sure that everybody's Medicare insurance needs are addressed and the questions are always taken care of on a timely basis.
COVID been for you this year?
Great question. It's been very different. And I think personally, at the end of the day, it's a good change in the marketplace. And I'll explain that because, typically a year ago today, we would be in someone's home or maybe somebody would be in our office and we'd have those face-to-face engagements. With COVID, it changed the landscape on how we as brokers deal with insurance companies and the marketplace and eventually the clients. So I think it's really been very beneficial for some brokers to take a step back and say, how are we going to connect with our clients? What information are we going to deliver and how are we going to deliver it? I think COVID really is going to take a different approach on how we in the insurance industry connect with clients going forward. And I think it's long overdue.
So what are your hopes for 2021?
I hope that everything returns back to somewhat of the normal, and I'm tired of hearing the new normal or the new abnormal, but I think there's some sort of semblance of saying, okay, maybe the pandemic will take some time to eventually dissipate, and I don't want to say disappear, but return to some sort of normalcy. It would be nice that we're back to some sort of not worried about looking over our shoulders, this virus is going to attack everybody.
Well, what are some things people generally don't know about Medicare?
That question comes up all the time. And there are a lot of little things. The Social Security office, as I said, is closed because of COVID, but a lot of folks don't realize that Medicare is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So, meaning that if you wanted to call the Medicare office and speak with somebody at midnight or 3 o'clock in the morning, there'll always be there somebody to answer your questions. And they're a great resource. And there's a lot of information on Medicare.gov, as well as our website that contains information, as well as the forms too. So if you're enrolling into a new plan, we have forms to enroll. And if you're leaving an employer's plan, you'll need a form called credible coverage, or request for additional information that your employer will fill out and then will provide to Social Security. With a COVID lockdown, a lot of folks are reluctant to change plans, and we recommend at least have a conversation by phone. We also understand a lot of seniors don't have email capability. They're not computer savvy enough to have computers, but really it's a phone call away, and a lot of times we rely on the U.S. Mail Service to get information out in the mail, and that's worked as well. We have a P.O. box in case anybody wants to drop a quick note the old-fashioned way, and that's been working as well, believe it or not. I would use the Pony Express, but that's no longer in service. But the P.O. box is 236 in Richboro, PA 189. 54, and of course the phone number 267-201-2150. We welcome calls, and we love hear feedback too. And of course on WBCB 1490 Tuesday mornings, Medicare Morning Minutes, as always.
How can people find you?
Great question. So the easiest is to call the office, and we're available usually most days, Monday through Friday, on weekends by appointment. The number is 267-201-2151. If you're available by website and you have an email address, we can send you information. The website is www.magnoliaseniorbenefits.com, and my email address is info@magnoliaseniorbenefits.com.